Hi, I'm Boris. I'm doing a thing on my own. I'm playing a single player game, which is a bit odd for me. Oh yeah, you ruined it. I was gonna say it may be a single player game, but I'm not playing solo.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Lyrics off camera over there, doing online shopping.
No, don't tell them that.
Looking for furniture, apparently. But she's just going to be chiming in with comments every now and then. Yeah. Otherwise, I'm just playing this on my own. It's called Not for Broadcast. It might be a difficult game to stream because of the amount of sounds. I've played 2 levels of this just to make sure it was all fine and good to play. I played it months ago. I was planning on streaming this months ago, but it just never happened, so I don't remember that much of it. But I do know that this is a weird mix of a kind of serious game, but with lots of really silly, stupid things. The sort of things that I think, if we made a game, this might be what it would look like. It seems quite silly, and I like it. I like that games like this exist. It just might not stream the best. So I've paused just as it started. I wasn't expecting it to start as quickly as it did. And now, gonna click the go button. I'm gonna leave that ringing for a second. I'm just gonna move my face. I'm not sure where the best place to put it is. Maybe a little bit smaller down there so that you can see that. Alright. That's very loud. Okay, let's play the game. Answer the phone.
Hi David, I have a call for you. I'm just putting it through. Alright mate, Dave here. Listen, I know you've only come in to clean up the place, but I've got a bit caught up, so you're gonna have to run the news tonight. Now don't worry, it's not hard and I'm gonna stay on the phone and help you. First, I'm gonna give you a quick tour of the broadcast room, so if you're not doing it already, look forwards towards all those screens. Right, look up at the top. That coloured bar is your audience. You want to keep the viewers going up and not down. Underneath that, you've got the screens. The one on the right is the broadcast screen. That's what the viewers are seeing at home. It's only a couple of seconds behind the master screen there in the middle. That's the one you control. Now, the 4 small screens on the left show the different signals coming from the studio, and you can choose between them using the numbered buttons on the vision mixer at the bottom left. Don't worry, I'll talk you through it and you'll pick it up in no time. Now, have a look to your left. These plugs control everything in the studio. I've left them set up for you, so provided you haven't fiddled with them, all you have to do now is throw the master trip switch and we're in business. Once you've got the power on, face the front again.
Alright, I'll do this. It might be a bit difficult for me to talk through a lot of this, because there's going to be talking. I don't want to talk over it.
You can see on the broadcast screen that we're in the end titles for the show before us. Fortunately, they go on for fucking ages, so there's plenty of time for me to explain. Oh, right, okay, they're over, so we haven't got long now till the broadcast. Right, quickly, mate, look down under the desk.
Oh,
You can
down.
see a load of videotapes on the left. They're your adverts. Pick any 3 and load them into the machines on the right.
It's
When you've done
obviously
that, look up
gotta
to the
be
front again.
Come to Bumley. That's got to be the first one. Right, done that.
Won't be long now till the signal starts coming through from the station. Stay on your toes. All the bigwigs are in tonight because of the election, so we better not make any mistakes. When you get the signal, select screen 1 with the vision mixer and we're ready to go.
Prawn and mayonnaise?
You know, seafood makes me go out in pustules.
Yeah, thought it might increase our viewing figures.
Every day.
And then when the show is over in the top
10
right,
seconds, everybody. It's how I show love.
You're trying to kill me.
And yet you persist, going
is
5,
when we go
4.
live.
But now, it's time to join Jeremy Donaldson.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main stories tonight.
Okay,
Moving on
we're
up.
all good.
The election
Next
win
is going to be the
that
throw to the
has
news
just pretty
titles
much
on screen 2.
hopeful or
There'll be a
hostile.
countdown, but I'll count you in as well. Just relax, mate. It's all gravy.
Buys Andy's totally independent and corners the
We'll be able to come back and actually see what they're talking about later, but now we've got to focus on them, you know, actually making a broadcast that's watchable, which I'm going to struggle to do.
Megan will be chatting with movie star Lawrence Blunderclatch about his new movie, The Medicated. And, of course, we'll be going live to Advance headquarters to hear what the leaders of this
There's a countdown now, and I've got to wait.
have to say on their historic.
Right, button 2 in 3, 2, 1. Lovely, mate.
I did a thing.
It's the throwback to Jeremy with button 1 when that globe in the middle shrinks down and vanishes.
It's a good thing. It's a very 80s style title theme and goes on for a very long time.
Here it comes. Switch to screen 1. Lovely, mate.
But first, the votes are in, and it's a decisive win for Advance. The landslide.
Listen, mate, we often get a bit of interference around this time of
So
night.
that's
So
down
keep
here.
your eye on the machine on the bottom right. You can move that white dot up and down, avoiding the interference.
This is like a little
using
mini
the
game
yellow
while
dot
there's a
or
big
your
monologue
screen
going
wheel.
on.
Of a severe lack of actual policies and of being deliberately vague. The opposition parties have all conceded defeat to Advance's
Turn
overwhelming
the
mandate.
broadcast down a
but
little
have
bit.
yet to appear.
There's going to be a lot of hearing two lots of the same
Play
thing.
the advert at the end of the segment. Make sure you don't play it too early or we'll all get fired. Now the clock at the top is counting you down to the advert. When it reaches 0, press one of the 3 play ad buttons over there at the bottom right. I normally play the first one at the first break.
Apple
so
is
I'll
giving
be able to play
advice.
them in any order you
I've
want.
got to
I'll
win.
count you into it as
I
well.
don't think there is winning in this.
On the clock.
No, he says don't win. Lose.
What? Lose?
Yeah.
And 3,
Ah.
2,
Oh.
1. Advert.
Come to
1 minute back,
Bumley?
everybody. I need you to fill after the ads.
I hope I did it. Oh, I did it. Good.
Running late.
Oh yeah, true. Apple did just say loose.
Loose. Okay.
You've got to loose.
I've got to not loose.
No, you've got to loose.
So after all of this, we get to go back and watch all of the stuff that happens behind the scenes. So that's how the story slowly unravels.
First ad break. You're doing great, mate. But this is where it starts getting a bit trickier. This next
Stuttering.
sequence is what we call a multicam sequence because you're going to be cutting between multiple
Gally
cameras.
says
to keep
there's some
things interesting.
C's, some
A lot
stuttering.
of it's down to personal taste, but here's
Get
3
to it after this
rules
little
of
bit.
thumb. 1. Try and keep the shot on whoever is doing the talking. 2. Don't stay on the same shot for too long. 10 seconds at the most. So if you're on the person who's talking, try and throw in the odd reaction shot or pull out to the wide
This is the
shot
stuff that I'm
just
not
to
good
keep it
at.
interesting. 3. Don't stay on reaction shots for too long. A couple of seconds is usually enough. Then the audience want to see who's doing the talking, yeah? Stick to these rules and you'll be fine. It's not as complicated as it sounds. You've seen programs on television, haven't you? Make it look like those. Might as well get screen 1 selected now. No need to wait for the broadcast to start. Try and stay ahead, mate.
We're coming back from the
The double audio signal is intentional. I can bring that screen up. So just a little.
10 seconds, everybody.
Oh, we've only got 10 seconds, but this is what the viewer sees, and this is what is feeding in. So there's time to like
3.
censor stuff. We'll get back to
the
that.
National Nightly News. Later, we'll be hearing from shock election winners Advance. But first off,
Ready to go to Megan on screen 4.
is here with a star of both stage and screen. Megan?
Thank you, Jeremy. Megan Wolfe, culture correspondent. And today I have a guest who starred in everything from Shakespeare to
Right,
the
go to
shop
Blunderclatch on screen 3 when she says his name.
Oh,
None other than Lawrence
too late.
Blunderclatch. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh my dear.
Oh, this is not.
People leave me when I tell you.
This is not a good thing already.
Switch to 2 for the wide now.
Oh, I was ahead of him.
Say having you here with us is among ours.
Right, now just try and stay on whoever's talking.
Latest movie, which is called The Medicated.
So
The medicated. Yes.
you've
Wow, what
got
was
to
that like?
Well, as I said to Peter.
got to half listen to it.
Peter Jensen, the director. Do you know him?
Give us a look at Megan's reaction.
He really is. I've worked with him on several movies, all terribly successful.
Got to kind of listen to it, but also kind of not.
What a wild ride!
Oh, I did it already.
And you know what, Megan? I really meant that.
Wow, that is fantastic.
Oh.
And Am I right in saying that the character
This is
design in
not...
this movie is
Every time I've looked back
Absolutely
at
right.
what I've watched, it's been awful.
Is that a challenge?
And
What exactly are you implying? But seriously, yes, you're right. It was a complete departure from my last starring role when I played Sergeant Brock Rockman in Bullet Man. You'll remember that was the true story of one soldier's fight for a love that surpasses all others. A love, of course, for freedom. I think it's grossed over $1 billion, but honestly, who's counting?
It's a role that saw you scoop 2 Best Actor awards, if I remember correctly.
It's so sweet of you to mention it, but I really am not in it for the awards, although those 3 little statues do take pride of place on my mantelpiece.
With all the others, I'm sure. So, if you're not doing it for the awards, what is it then that drives you?
Oh, that is a beautiful question, Megan, and not easy to answer. Like you, I'm afraid. Cut me, and
Been on that shot a bit long.
And often, that's how it feels, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Bleeding, giving, suffering for one's audience. I suppose in the end, I do it for the difference it makes. I do it for the people that I inspire, the little people. But most of all, I think I do it for the positive change that I can bring about in the world.
And today, of course, we're in for some real change, it looks like, in the coming few months. What do you make of this historic election result?
Oh, well.
Apple likes him.
Well, now you're
I feel like
asking.
this guy
Historic
is the
election
antithesis
result.
of Apple.
Indeed, historic is the word. Well, it's difficult, isn't it? Very difficult. But I think I've always been quite clear that when it comes to politics, one should always strive.
Are the audio levels all right? You can hear them. But
Don't worry, you won't do it again.
Fuck.
Shit, he did it again. Okay, don't panic. I'll explain how to deal with swearing at the break.
I did it. I did it already. I didn't realise.
Jeremy on screen
Oh.
1 for a VT of the movie. You'll get a
I
countdown
messed all
on
that
the
up.
screen, but I'll just let Megan cue you in.
My character, Dr. Lance Hemlock, is faced with a decision that could affect humanity's very survival.
Exciting stuff. Let's take a look.
Oh, and now that we've got not much to do, we've got this mini game
Watch
again.
out for that interference, mate.
Doctor.
I don't understand it.
Cool, looks like Blunderclatch is losing it in the studio. I'd love to hear what he's saying, but don't switch to it now. You can go to the archive when the broadcast's done.
Mia's
We keep
jealous of his hair.
everything.
I don't know that.
No, Lance, we mustn't. Think of Carol.
Dr. Lance to you.
You can see now why the delay exists, because that gives you a chance to censor things after. Oh, gotta pay attention.
Dr. Hemlock.
This is set, I think, based on what I've gathered so far, kind of like an alternate reality of a country like the UK in the 80s, but I don't know if it's actually the UK or if it's just kind of based on it. Don't think they've thought that deeply about it.
You'll want to play another ad. Remember to use the clock at the top to count you in.
If we should.
Right.
Right, I guess I better explain how to deal with bleeping out swear words. As you've probably noticed, the broadcast screen, here, is about 2 seconds behind the master screen, here. When someone says a naughty word, the bleep button lights up, like this. 2 seconds later, you'll hear that swear word going out on the broadcast, and you need to hold down the bleep button, or the spacebar on your keyboard, for as long as the swear word lasts. It can take a bit of practice getting used to hearing 2 things at once. Just stay calm and you'll get it. And if you can't tell when to bleep, just above the button, you'll literally be able to see the sound scrolling by. All you gotta do is is hold it down while the red bit is over the red line. Simple. Of course, if you do it by eye, you'll have to take your eye off the screens. That's why real professionals do it by ear. Most people like to have the volume
I am not a real professional.
a little bit below the master.
This is something that I struggled with. I did a... Oh.
As you turn it up, you'll hear the advert get louder.
And I
I did a lot of bleeping everything other than the swear word.
It takes a little practice, but I'll try and help you through it, and soon we'll have you bleeping like a pro. Remember, button lights up, count 1, 2, and hold it down.
Absolutely
Remember to select screen 1 now that you've got the feed. Don't wait for the broadcast to go live. That's too late. You can use the number buttons on your keyboard, 1 to 4.
This is why I'm a bit worried that this is going to be difficult to stream, because there's 2 audios plus me.
Welcome back. And I'm told we
no.
can now go
Oh,
live
good.
to Advance Headquarters, where the two leaders, Peter Clement and Julia Salisbury, are about to make their acceptance address.
Oh shit, he's pissed.
Shall I start?
Go for it, Pat.
Shall I start? Okay.
Go for it, Pat.
Thank you all for coming, and thank you all for coming. Where do I start? Well, what a day!
They said we couldn't do it. They certainly said we couldn't do it. Every dirty, low-down, lying southern bastard trick they had against us. But you, you saw right through there.
I'm sorry about the language there.
Sorry about that. I've had a couple of celebrations. Sorry about that. I've had a couple of celebrations. Coarser than the granny's fanny. Coarser than the...
Oh, that's too much bleeps.
Let's be honest, who can blame Peter for celebrating? Throughout the campaign, you've heard us say that Advance are not a political party. A party is what you have when things are going well. When the country is suffering, you don't need a party. You need a team. A team that can change things. But today is day one of a new future. A better, fairer future. So perhaps we should all be celebrating.
Except for the rich. For them the party's over. They shouldn't be celebrating. They should be putting their shitting pants on and opening their dusty checkbook.
Again, not inaccurate. But before we came out here to address the nation,
Having to do some sweaty try-harding. And these are the easy bits.
Working with the Wealth Office, we have produced a definitive list of every person in the country with wealth into the millions.
You know this sort of... Probably you rather you don't. Because the likes of you and me are not welcome in their gated communities.
Tomorrow we will be introducing a sweeping reform of the tax system in this country. No more hiding wealth offshore, no more trust funds or creative accounting. A simpler, fairer, unavoidable set of tax laws.
So all you bastard public school snobs have got nowhere to hide. We revoked your passport. You want them back? You want to leave like you threatened before the election? That's fine. But first, you're going to pay first. You're going to pay back.
Advance are going to turn this country from a nation of warring individuals to properly fund health and education, to raise the living standards of us all.
The pundits said we'd have to raise billions.
I'm very tempted to put it on feed 1 and just have those guys watching go out.
So to you posh twats,
The people who pay you a
Oh, there's a twat. There we go.
the people whose children
The problem...
you raise,
so they've got time to get even.
I think there's like a...
Advance have this to say to you. Advance
Okay, now I've got a sweaty try-hard.
We are coming for your sports cars and your mansions and your vineyards.
It ends today.
We will put the wealth of this country back where it should have always been. In the hands of the people who created it.
Today.
Yes, it ends today. And tomorrow, we'll start making it fair again. Just like we promised we would.
And until then, ladies and gents, I suggest we all get pissed.
I can't argue with that. Thank you for your time.
I'm going to do some interference.
Well, then, interesting acceptance speech there. And our apologies for the fruity language.
I am tempted to just bleep out the whole video, as Mia said.
Someone's going to be in trouble. If not, someone's going to be in trouble. So, as the country braces itself for new government,
I think that's part.
this evening at the National Nightly That's all from us this evening. We'll be back tomorrow.
Do I have to do something, or are they taking over now?
I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Have a peaceful. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Have a peaceful.
And we're out. Good job, everybody. And we're out.
Right, looks like you've got it now. Thanks for all the help, mate. I've got to go. Ferry's about to leave. Probably won't be coming back. Job's yours, mate. Good luck.
That's how you get a job.
You should be so lucky.
I think that is kind of part of it, Mia, is that it's a bit of a... Not a bit. It's a... What do you call those stories that don't have a... It's not multiple choice. Not multiple choice. Like a choose-your-ending adventure. What am I trying to say?
No idea.
Within a few weeks, you could be as fit.
So oh no. I got a B, but I got an A+ at the start, which wasn't hard, and then a D and then a B. I'm not sure how that's... Okay. Outstanding censoring, so I did well there. Too much interference. I forgot once. Editing was just terrible. I think that's fair. I think that's just a note on my general life. And I went to ads late once. That was at the end. I didn't realize. I didn't know if I had to go to an ad or whether they were just taking over. That's probably all fair. I've got funds.
Alright, mate, I've left you a voicemail. I thought you'd end up here. Most people come into the archive room when they're done with a broadcast. That way you can see what you did and how it looked to the public. As you can see, there's 3 sections to the archive. Broadcasts, that's what you've put out. Rushes, which is all the stuff that was on all the screens. And adverts, which is any advert that you've chosen to show. So let's have a look at the broadcasts.
What I was trying to say before is that you make choices along the way, and you can affect how the story plays out. I think that's coming. I've not got there yet.
You can also get to hear from the main menu if you don't actually want to do a broadcast, you just want to see some of your past work. Select any of those and click load tape. Why not watch what you just did? When you're done, hit back.
Right, these ones, apparently I didn't improve at all. So these ones are the ones that I did months ago. I did the first 2 levels, and it's just taken 4 months apparently to get back to it. But yeah, I did not improve at all. Still got a B. So we'll watch back. I'm not sure how much of this I'm going to do of like rewatching a lot. I found it did maybe get a little bit boring, but you can, in this room, you can watch back what you just did to see what it would have looked like to the audience. And then in the next room, you can kind of watch all the behind the scenes stuff. So there is a lot of double up. You see the same thing, 2 or 3 times. But to start with, we're going to try that out.
Well, in a few moments, we'll be going live to tonight's National Nightly News. But before that, let's take a look at what's coming up later on tonight on Channel 1. At 7 o'clock, it's the semi-final of the quotation game, and it's a nail-biting quiz tonight as a team of nuclear physicists take on 4 old ladies from East Grinching. That's followed at 8 p.m. by award-winning documentary series The Shape of Now, which tonight looks at the history of the knee-length sock and its importance during the Great Blackouts of 1871. Not one to miss. At 9 p.m, sit back and relax with multiple award-winning movie The Freedom of Being Colin, taking us all the way up to 11:15, where, as usual, Dr. Adrian Atkinson Blimey will be grilling his guests in Incisors.
I was wondering
and
why
tonight sees a return
it
from leading
so
economist
weird for
Katie
me,
Brightman.
and I realised I'm
Finally,
listening to
at
your
midnight,
computer
it's the National
live,
Weather Report before we say
and I was
good night
watching
until
the stream
tomorrow.
on mute.
But now, it's time to join Jeremy
The
Donaldson
video
for the
was,
National Nightly News.
Delayed.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main stories tonight. Moving on up.
I want to watch the
election
movie
win that experts said just couldn't
about
happen.
Colin.
Hopeful or hostile. Controversy as global mega corporation Remington's Fist buys Honest Andy's Totally Independent and corners the flowered market. Top chat. Sports fans everywhere celebrate as popular footballer Johnny Hamsleeves wins Sports Personality of the Year. And a spoonful of sugar. Meghan will be chatting with movie star Lawrence Blunderclatch about his new movie, The Medicated.
All of these
And,
names are
of
names
course,
I would make
we'll
up.
be going live to advanced headquarters to hear
the
what the leaders of
sort
this
of names that
party
will
have to say
probably
on their
appear in
historic
the
victory.
roleplay game.
That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
I think
Why is that presenter so weird?
I think they were kind of maybe going for a Jeremy Paxman type. It's just that he looks about 12 years old. So I think they got the right voice and the right mannerisms, but he doesn't quite match. I don't know. I feel bad. They're doing the best with what they've got. This is like a little indie team. Yeah.
But first, the votes are in, and it's a decisive win for Advance. The
I think they're
landslide
all
victory,
decent
with an
actors.
astonishing 81% of the popular vote, is the biggest election win in living memory. Advance appealed to voters up and down the country with their bold promises of permanent change, but critics have accused him of a severe lack of actual policies and of being deliberately vague. The opposition parties have all conceded defeat to Advance's overwhelming mandate, but have yet to appear publicly. However, former Home Secretary Geoffrey Jeffreys has issued a statement in which he comments that we have all been seduced by the shiny wrapping paper, but have yet to see the contents of the box. Sounds like sour grapes to me, Jeff. After the break, Megan Wolf will be speaking to a man whose grapes certainly aren't sour, the international heartthrob and
Good segue.
inexplicable box office sensation that is Lawrence Blunderclatch. And later in the program, we'll be going live to Advance HQ to hear the co-leader's acceptance speech. That's all coming up after the break.
Where can you get warm, sandy beaches, clear waters, and fine dining? Well, we're not sure, but here in St Bumley on the Thames, we've got a big hill and the bus comes twice daily. Visit picturesque St Bumley this summer and experience a holiday that's simply unlike any other.
Hey, Silent Assassin.
Come and visit the abandoned Spade Factory. Your kids will love exploring the old production line in relative safety. Grab your tetanus shots and come down today. There's no gift shop, but feel free to grab an old handle from the skip out the back. Or why not indulge your cultured side and visit some of our sites of
Our
historic
town
interest?
has
like
an
the
attraction
parish
a bit
church,
like that one.
currently the subject of a current police investigation. The old market, home of the fairly big cabbage. Or... hey, that's a nice hole. And after a long
That's
day
too
exploring
long.
Bumley, you can relax in comfort in one of 2 communal tents. Or you could take advantage of our famous nightlife. There's a radio in the calf, or on Fridays we gather to watch tramps fight. Come on, Harold, you scruffy old meth head. Only 85 minutes from the coast, and with more than 2 areas of outstanding natural interest. Isn't it time your family went Bumley way? And hey, if you come in the dry season, we've got a car park. So, on the tape.
A good Comic Sans that wasn't
Yeah.
invented yet in the 80s. St Bumley on the Taint is definitely a
Welcome
name we
back
would
to the National
come
Nightly
up with.
News.
Yeah.
Later, we'll be hearing from shock election winners Advance. But first, our very own culture reporter, Megan Wolf, is here with a star of both stage and screen. Megan?
Thank you, Jeremy. Megan Wolf, culture correspondent. And today I have a guest who starred in everything from Shakespeare to the Shotbot films. I'm very excited to be joined today by none other than Lawrence Blunderclatch. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, my dear. I do hope you believe me when I tell you that being with you here today is among the greatest joys of my life.
May I say, having you here with us is among ours.
Bless you.
So you've just finished filming your
Yes.
latest movie, which is called The Medicated.
The Medicated, yes.
Wow, what was that like?
Well, as I said to Peter at the Wrap, that's Peter Jensen, the director. Do you know him? He's a wonderful chap. He really is. I've worked with him on several movies, all terribly successful. I said to Peter, what a wild ride this has been.
You're the judge here. Does this look like actual TV?
I really meant
I think so.
That is fantastic. And am
That
I right
bit
in
didn't.
saying that the character you play in this movie is quite an academic one?
Yes, Silent
Absolutely
Assassin,
right.
this is meant to be a game.
Scientist.
I did the game bit, and now we're doing the story bit. It'll make sense in a minute.
Yes, you're right. It
Yeah,
was
so-
a
When I say in a
complete
minute, I
departure
mean,
from my last
I edited
starring
all this. What
role.
you're watching now,
Played
I edited it
Sergeant
live.
Brock
I did the
Rockman in
broadcast.
Bullet Man. You'll remember that was the true story of one soldier's fight for a love that surpasses all others. A love, of course, for freedom. I think it's grossed over $1 billion, but honestly, who's counting?
It's a role that saw you scoop 2 Best Actor awards, if I remember correctly.
It's so sweet of you to mention it, but I really am not in it for the awards, although those 3 little statues do take pride of place on my mantelpiece.
With all the others, I'm sure. So, if you're not doing it for the awards, what is it then that drives you?
Oh, that is a beautiful question, Megan, and not easy to answer. Like you, I'm afraid. Cut me, and I will bleed. And often,
I hate this guy.
That's how it feels.
Sorry, I still don't have my voice back fully.
Bleeding, giving, suffering for one's audience. I suppose in the end, I do it for the difference it makes. I do it for the people that I inspire.
Apple loves him.
Oh, great.
Most of all, I think I do it for the positive change that I can bring about in the world.
And today, of course, we're in for some real change, it looks like, in the coming few months. What do you make of this historic election result?
Oh, well. Well, now you're asking. Historic election result. Indeed. Historic is the word. Well, it's difficult, isn't it? Very difficult. But I think I've always been quite clear that when it comes to politics, one should always strive to not up.
Yes, well,
sorry, I said
well, you did that
I'm really
fairly well.
Well, Boris, I believe you brought in a clip from
I wasn't
the
even meant to have done that one.
Yeah.
It's just because I'd
around
played
the
before
country.
it was.
Boris, do tell us what's going on here.
I'd be delighted.
I had to do those
This is
bleeps,
a
by
really
the way,
pivotal
son of
scene
assassin.
where my character, Dr. Lance Hemlock, is faced with a decision that could affect humanity's very survival.
Exciting stuff. Let's take a look.
Oh, my butt's gone dead. It's all.
Do you want a brownie?
Yeah, I want a brownie.
I don't understand it.
Please. I was just excited.
I don't understand it.
So this is where I think it would be difficult to play these roles as an actor. Because now he's an actor who is acting, but he was acting cornily in the first place because that's what the game is like. But now he's acting even worse, intentionally. Oh, what a sound effect.
Did it for you, baby. All for you.
Dr. Hemlock.
Oh, I guess that's the interference. That's why I got a D.
You told me, but I didn't listen.
Doctor.
I'm drowning, Lance, you said.
You need to see this.
No, it's all too late.
Look at this!
The virus. The sterility. This formula. This is the key.
We could stop it all.
Yes, we could stop it all. We have to ask ourselves if we should.
The brownie isn't something to do with my ass. I like the attention to detail with the bad sound effects that just go on slightly too long.
Celebrate the classic age of salad with this exquisite limited edition collection. My Salad Weekly. Sign up now and every week we'll send you an authentic, ethically sourced ingredient to add to your salads. Build your collection week by week and very soon you'll have a salad that really gets the lunchroom talking. From tomatoes and oils to leafy greens and lovely grains, this really is the complete collection. Every issue also comes with a companion magazine that explores the history of the art form, from the Great Balsamic Wars of 48, or Edward the Confessor's discovery of the cucumber, to the man that changed the very way we see the humble salad, Julius Caesar himself. Start your personal salad collection now, and we'll send you your first 3 issues. Loose Leaf, Remain, and Iceberg. plus this exclusive lettuce fridge magnet, all for just $7.97, with free postage and packing. Order now, and you'll receive this crouton display case, free. That's right, absolutely free. With a retail value of $18.99, your crunchy cubes will look their absolute carby best. But don't delay, this exclusive offer is available for a limited time.
Subscribe today. Oh, we're back. Actors acting as bad actors makes my brain
Welcome
hurt.
back. And I'm told we can now go live to Advanced Headquarters,
That's what Armin said.
where the two leaders, Peter Clement and Julia Salisbury, are about to make their acceptance address.
Shall I start?
What sort of brownie do you mean, Dowley?
Okay, well, thank you all for coming, and, well, where
Could
do
mean
I
a
start?
few things.
What a day.
They said we couldn't do it.
They certainly did.
They used every dirty, low-down, lying southern brick they had against us, but you,
Did
the
that all right?
people, you saw right through their
Yes.
I'm sorry about the
Dowley's
language
response.
there.
Sorry about that. I've had a couple of celebratory
This
pies.
is a normal brownie that
coarser
Lyric
than a
made very recently.
Memorably
It should still be warm.
But to be honest, who can blame Peter for celebrating?
So this is the
Throughout the campaign, you've heard us
This
say
is
that
where
advance
the
are
tone
not
of this
a
game I
political
find is a little
party.
bit weird, because it has those really silly, funny bits that I really like,
When the
but then it
country is
also
suffering, you don't need
sort
a
of
party.
contains this more
You need a
serious
team.
storyline
Team
of
that
a
can
populist
change things.
political party taking over the country
today is day
and
one of
making
a
some
new
changes that I'm sure
A
we find
better,
out are going to be a little bit like Papers, Please.
So perhaps we should all be celebrating.
Except for the rich. For them, the party's over. They shouldn't be celebrating.
So it does
They
take
should be
these
putting their
like handbrake
pants
turns where
on
it
and
goes
up in
from
their
a
dusty checkbooks.
very silly
Again,
advert into like the serious section,
Not inaccurate.
which I like, but I
Before
feel
we
like
came out here to address the
Thank you for the
nation,
brownie.
we used our executive powers to
I
pass
feel like
the Assets and Wealth
some
Act.
people might have some problems
Working
with
with
that.
the tax office, we have
I'm talking over this because we did hear a lot of this while it was happening.
with wealth into the millions.
You know.
Sorry for that. I just hit the plate on
Because the likes of
microphone.
you and me are not welcome in their gated communities.
Tomorrow, we will be
display it.
introducing a sweeping reform of the tax system in this country.
There we
No
go.
more hiding wealth
See all
offshore,
the
no more
bits.
trust funds
I
or
need to
creative accounting.
I need to stop
simpler,
putting marshmallows
fairer,
in the brownies
unavoidable
because
Yeah,
it
they-
makes them not cook very well.
They just disappear, and then it goes a bit soggy.
Yeah.
I like soggy.
Nowhere
But
to hide.
I like the
Earlier
sog.
today, we revoked your passport.
Okay.
You want them back?
It
You
is
wanna
soggy.
leave like you threatened before
He's
the
asking for a brownie
That's
review.
Fine.
Oh, okay. Brownie
First,
It is soggy, but
up.
excellent.
Pay back.
I like it.
Advance are going to turn this country
I'm not a
from
very
nation of
discerning
warring
food
individuals
critic.
into a team. To
I
properly
just eat
fund
things,
health
and
and
they're all
education.
nice.
To raise
have
the
put the rest
living
back in the
standards
oven.
of us all.
It is a
The
bit too soggy.
pundits said we'd have to raise billions. But you'll see when we've reclaimed
Armin's
what's
being very
ours,
mean.
That's absolute.
Says it looks like a turd.
Well, it is a brownie.
He says no
People who pay
offense,
you a
and assume
pittance
it
to serve
tastes
them
good.
drinks in
But
their private clubs.
Does
the,
taste
the
good.
people whose children
what
you
sort of brownie?
raised.
So
What
they've got
sort of
time to
turds
get
do you
even
do that have like pink
richer.
and white
Advance
little
have
chunks in
this
it
to say
that
to you.
melt and go
It
running?
ends today.
We are coming for your sports cars and your mansions and your vineyards.
It ends today.
We will put the wealth of this country back where it
So,
should always be.
I
In the
can't remember
hands
how
of
much
the
you
people
heard.
who created it.
It
I'm talking over
ends
this because we kind of heard it
today.
when it happened.
Yes.
But this is like the
Ends
serious
today.
storyline
And
bit.
tomorrow,
Yeah.
we'll start making it fair again. Just like we promised we would.
And until then, ladies and gents, I
Armin
suggest
says
we
you
all
don't
get
want to know.
I can't argue with that. Thank you for your time.
I missed the bleep that I
Well, an interesting acceptance
kind of
speech there
missed.
from the leaders of Advance.
I left that on too
And
long.
our apologies for the fruity language. Hopefully we got that bleeped out for you in time. If not, someone's going to be in trouble. So, as the country braces itself for new government, that's all from
But
us
I'm
this
not.
evening at the
No,
National
you
Nightly
bleeped it.
News. We'll be back tomorrow with full coverage of the first day under Advance. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Have a
I
peaceful
want all the rest of the brownie now.
And we're out. Good job, everybody. Same again tomorrow.
Whoops.
Oh.
That's what they meant by going to the ads like.
Hi,
Yeah.
I'm world-class sporting legend Johnny Hamsleeves. I'm not fat, but you are. Don't worry, ladies. Now you can have me, Johnny Hamsley, right there in your lounge.
Johnny!
Match day, happy day. Me and the lads are playing away.
I'll take you through a proper match day workout with my two cracking assistants. Who knows, within a few weeks, you could be as fit as them.
Johnny Hamsley.
Cruising down the motorway.
What?
This is
The
on
effeminate
someone's-
ice skate.
This is on those actors real. Like,
Did you know that fat
like these
people
are
less
actors
likely
that
to last married
say,
than
hey,
Yeah.
this is something I've acted in.
Yeah.
potentially
Take
true
a look at
statistics are all
this.
terrifying reasons why you
Oh,
should
Apple
pop
wants
in
me to
Johnny
do
your
that.
VHS
Do
box.
this. Do a video like this.
Goodness.
Every exercise is recommended by sports professionals and is 72% likely to get rid of those tricky tummies and cruel cellulite.
This excellent song.
With Johnny Hamsley.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like it.
All right. So that's what I actually did. That's the edit that I did. Now we get to go back. I guess I could just let the guy explain it.
Right, click on rushes and let's have a look at those. Okay, these four screens, they're exactly the same as the four screens that feed you the studio signal when you're doing the actual news. Of course, the difference here is you can mute any screen you like or any combination of screens and you can have a listen to what was going on behind the scenes. Just select any segment, that's any bit between ad breaks over on the left, and hit play. When you're done checking out the backstage secrets, hit back.
So this is how we can explore the story as we like. I would like this game is in early access, and of course I know all the developers. They're all my best friends, so I know that they're watching. And my suggestion is that you have like a little bar to scrub through it, because we have to watch back the whole thing every time in order to hear what people are saying. So I'd like to be able to skip through the bits that we've already heard. But we'll give it a go.
Prawn and mayonnaise?
You don't see
Okay.
costumes.
Yeah, I thought it might increase our viewing figures.
Every day. You offer me prawns every day.
10 seconds, everybody. That's how I show love.
You're trying to kill me.
And yet you persist. Going in 5, 4.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy.
Do you like this
Donaldson.
bit? You
Our
don't
main
need to listen
stories
to this
tonight.
again, because we've
Moving
listened to
on
it
up,
twice already.
The election win that experts said just couldn't happen. Hopeful or hostile? Controversy as global mega corporation Remington Cyst buys Honest Andy's Totally Independent and corners the Flard market. Top chat. Sports fans everywhere celebrate
I don't
as
know what
popular
Flard
footballer
is.
Johnny Hamsleeves wins
Sorry,
Sports
I'm not
Personality of
listening.
the Year. And
Someone
a spoonful of
cornered
sugar.
the Flard
Meghan will be
market.
chatting with movie star Lawrence Blunderclatch
It was
about
just
his new movie,
nonsense.
The
Yeah.
Medicated. And, of course, we'll be going live to
Can-
advance headquarters
Whoa,
to hear what the
this is
leaders of
loud.
the fledgling party have to
Can
say
you
on
hear
the
all right
story.
on stream? Can you hear me over
That's
top
all
of them
coming up on
talking?
tonight's
Actually,
National Night
quite
News.
close. Yeah, but I guess. So now, like, I can mute that bit, and you can just hear what they're talking about. Flard is a compound
Seriously,
made
that
from
could run the
carbonated
clutch on an
blubber,
election night?
says
Yeah,
Alfie.
Megan's pretty pissed off too.
I'm not surprised. The bloke with no democracy if he's shutting his cornflakes.
Yeah, but he's hot though.
I suppose so, into oxygen thieves.
10 seconds, everybody. Your fragility is leaking. Going in 5, 4, 3.
But first, the votes are in and it's a decisive win for Advance. The landslide victory, with an astonishing 81% of the popular vote, is the biggest election win in living memory. Advance appealed to voters up and down the country with their bold promises of permanent change, but critics have accused him of a severe lack of actual policies and of being deliberately vague. The opposition parties have all conceded defeat to Advance's overwhelming mandate, but have yet to appear publicly.
Basically just a
However,
way of saying that they're
Former
a
Home Secretary Jeffrey Jeffries has issued a statement in
populist
which he
party.
comments that we have all been seduced by the shiny wrapping paper, but have yet to see the contents of the box. Sounds like sour grapes to me, Jeff. After the break, Megan Wolf will be speaking to a man whose grapes certainly aren't sour. The international heartthrob and inexplicable box office
Much of a
sensation
market for
that is
carbonated
Lawrence
blubber.
Blunderclatch. And later in the
There's much of a
program,
market
we'll be going
for
live
flag.
to Advance HQ
Oh, they've
to hear
cornered
the
it.
co-leaders' acceptance
Oh.
speech. That's all coming
Carbonated
up.
blubber. What do
after
you
the
use
break.
blubber for?
Mm.
I guess you
1
don't
minute
use
back, everybody.
It's like a whale thing mostly, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whale blubber.
What? Why?
Wanker Snatch is running late.
Oh.
Wanker Snatch, what a good name.
Personally, I wouldn't try to confuse him with any big words.
That's the same policy we use with you.
I thought that was our little secret.
That's all right. He doesn't remember anything I tell him.
I'm deeply uncomfortable with
I don't know
that
what's
version of
going on. What are you meant to be doing here?
Just watching.
Ah,
What happened? Did I pause it?
paused.
How did I do that? I didn't touch
Maybe the
anything.
pause and play buttons down the bottom? Nope. Whoa!
Burgeoning friendship.
You can do it! I never
No,
thought...
it's paused again.
You can... The buttons are just down there. Oh. Oh, that's the end of the headlines.
Oh.
Now we're on to the Blunderclatch interview. So ignore that, all the developers watching. You have it right there. I just thought
You
that...
just never clicked. You never clicked the buttons.
Yeah, no, I'm an idiot. Oh, can you find out, Alfie, as chief researcher, what carbonated blubber was ever used for? If it ever was. Because it might
Does
have
it
been
exist?
useful. No, he says it's in Urban Dictionary, so it
Oh.
must. He did misspell it as crabinated blubber, so maybe it's just full of crabs.
Crabs.
So what's happening now is, you know, while the Blunderclatch interview was going on,
Mhm.
the anchor and the other people, they're all over in the corner talking.
Yeah.
So now we get to watch what they're saying. We get to hear all the gossip.
Oh.
So that's how the story kind
Okay.
of unfolds through these things.
Right.
Armin says he doubts that you could carbonate blubber, but you could crabinate it. Alright, we'll watch this. Now that I know that we can fast forward...
So you can't get anything wrong in this section.
No,
this is just for watching.
This
stuff
isn't
back.
the game bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So this is the... Now that I know that we can fast forward, I'm not as worried about watching the same thing over and over again.
Yeah. Okay.
Who's messaging? No one. Professional.
These aren't my cards. Please tell me these aren't my cards.
No, they're the right ones, apparently.
But this gives me nothing, Jenny. They must see that.
I know. I think they think he won't have anything to say.
Oh, for God's sake, come on. It's a huge day. He's not an...
Absolute bonehead. I don't care, Rob. I'm not doing it. I agreed to do one beastly interview a day. I made that completely clear when we started. Check my contract.
Hi, I'm Megan.
Oh, piss off. You're on thin, bloody ice, Rob. Whole wheat, man. Whole wheat.
We're coming back from the break. Quiet in the studio.
Thank you so much.
10 seconds, everybody. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Later, we'll be hearing from shock election winners Advance. But first, our very own culture reporter, Megan Wolf, is here with a star of both stage and screen. Megan?
Thank you, Jeremy. Megan Wolf, culture correspondent. And today I have a guest who starred in everything from Shakespeare to the Shotbot films. I'm very excited to be joined today by none other than Lawrence Blunderclatch.
Does he say
Thank you
anything
so
in
much
this
for
one?
coming on.
Oh, my dear. I do hope you believe me when I tell you that being with you here today is among the greatest joys of my
Why is he staring so intensely?
May I say having you here with us is among ours.
Bless you.
Oh,
So
he
you've
just
just
goes
finished
off.
filming your latest
We've
movie,
heard
which
this,
is
so I'm going to
called-
do a...
Yeah, do a fast forward.
Oh yeah, he's not even there. That might be this whole thing. You can. It's good that you can still see the subtitles. You can tell what's
Yeah.
going on. You can go 8 times. Don't know if there's anything else here. There's definitely some. I saw it going on while it was live. They were having a chat up in monitor 1. Oh, that's that thing. Yeah, so I don't think there's anything else here.
Oh, but then
They're talking
while
about.
there's you gotta go back.
Good that you spotted that. That's why you're here.
Yeah.
Humanity's very survival.
Exciting stuff. Let's take a look.
And we're out.
Right, so I'll mute that.
Mr. Blundercatch,
No! I'm shutting this down. What kind of operation are you people running?
Mr. Blundercatch, I understand you're upset, but we can...
You don't know the half of it. Rob! I'll be at the Dorset. Send up a bottle of scotch and a whole ham.
Oh, yes.
I'm sorry. I just had to. I had to. Oh, go on then. Say it.
What?
I told you so.
Your hair looked nice.
See, this is why you're single.
What?
Oh, all right.
So apparently, carbonate blubber is incredibly radioactive, with more possible uses than graphene. Although the source that he's quoting is also Urban Dictionary, so...
What?
Hmm.
And it's definitely carbinated.
No. I am choosing to just believe Alfie. I've got no reason to mistrust.
Yeah?
That. Yeah.
Who knows?
Yep. Misuntrustinate.
Yep.
Alfie. So I'm just going to believe that it is radioactive. The real mind bender, this is what Armin's saying, the real mind bender is that there was probably an editor that was able to see the behind the scenes of the behind the scenes behind the actual interview.
Yeah.
Alright, now we'll watch the next one. Stop that. Play that.
Apparently he's been drinking since lunchtime.
Christ, he's a liability in the best of times.
I know. God help whoever has to bleep this. 10 seconds, everybody!
I mean, a lawyer and a TV personality running the country. Seriously?
We've had worse. 5, 4, 3...
Shall I start?
Go for it, pet.
Okay, let's see what they have to say.
I nearly hit the source this morning.
Look at her dress.
It's very green.
Teal.
I wonder how much of this is scripted or whether they've got to kind of improvise watching this. They've got to all do it in one take.
Team spirit.
Swearing.
Have they?
Well, this is sorry, I'm pointing. This screen up here, they'll have to do that all in one take. The actors, like it's uncut for this whole interview.
Right.
So they're going to get this take right.
Yeah.
You know the sort of problem you rather you don't. Because the likes of you and me are not welcome in their gated community.
Tomorrow we will be introducing a sweeping reform of the tax system in this country. No more hiding wealth, trust funds or creative accounting. A simpler, fairer, unavoidable debt.
Can I do that?
So all
Seems to
you
be
bastards
running casual personalities.
have got nowhere to hide. Today, we revoke your passport.
Whoa, now that is serious.
You want to leave while you threaten
They took
before
away.
you're back.
They're stopping people moving. That is outrageous. Whatever they are. They can't.
think the other two really fit the role, but he does look a little bit out of place. Just a bit too young.
Yeah, and a bit greasy.
That might be by choice.
Oh.
Don't know.
It ends today. We are coming for your sports cars and your mansions. It ends today. We will put the wealth of this country back in the hands of the people who create it.
Probably it.
It ends today.
If there's anything there. There'll be a little bit at the end that I forgot to cut a little bit out of.
Oh, boring politics then?
Is this some weird fever dream? Am I dying now or something?
You should be so lucky. I'll see you tomorrow night.
Not coming for a drink?
No, got a date.
Lucky you. Try not to get murdered.
And that's the end of that. So it does take quite a while
Yeah.
to do one thing if you want to like investigate
Watch all
everything.
of it, yeah.
Yeah.